All right, okay, so now we turn to our latest series looking at President Zuma's relationships around the world. And Britain has traditionally been one of South Africa's close partners with long-standing historic, diplomatic and economic links. But some ties have become strained under Jacob Zuma's presidency, a situation the UK hopes will improve under new leadership. From London, Paul Barber reports.
Jacob Zuma received a warm royal welcome on his official state visit to Britain in 2010. The president was on familiar territory. As home to several ANC leaders in exile, London was the headquarters of the international fight against apartheid. But the relationship became more frosty as Zuma's presidency developed. Some analysts say the UK government became increasingly frustrated with the South African leadership.
Certainly when President Zuma paid his state visit to this country, they pulled out all the stops. He was able to meet the Queen at Buckingham Palace, all of that kind of thing. But behind the scenes, I think there has been British concern that the South Africans have been missing the boat on a key number of particularly economic ways forward. This country has sent very senior personnel down there as the High Commissioner, the Ambassador. But they've always had, I think, a very, very strange sense that what they would like to see the government down there do is not being done.
Jacob Zuma didn't appreciate British press coverage of his personal life and in 2014 went as far as cancelling another visit to Britain. His foreign policy looked towards new partnerships with fellow BRICS emerging economies, especially China. Then, as domestic troubles increased for the president, British banks such as HSBC and other companies became caught up in alleged corruption, and old tensions with Britain's ruling party were never far from the surface.
There is not a lot of love lost between the Conservative Party and the ANC. The Conservative Party were on the wrong side of history, and those at the top of the ANC, in Cyril Ramaphosa, we're seeing someone who was part of the anti-apartheid struggle, who drafted a constitution. The political players at the top of the party have been there for a very long time and have very long memories.
But London is preparing for change. It has sent several top officials to South Africa in recent months, including Chancellor Philip Hammond and Trade Secretary Liam Fox. There's a growing sense of optimism that the ANC's new leadership provides an opportunity to strengthen ties, particularly with the UK poised to leave the European Union trading bloc.
Cyril Ramaphosa is a customer that they can deal with, and he met with Theresa May on the sidelines of Davos. And clearly this is something that we haven't seen Jacob Zuma doing. So there's a real sense that that this could be productive. And it's not just in South Africa either, it's in the region as well. And there were 3 Southern African presidents at Davos this year, all of whom were there looking for new investment and all of whom are building a political legitimacy within their country around economic reform and economic growth.
The location of South Africa's High Commission here in Trafalgar Square gives us a sense of just how important a place in Britain's history the country has. The UK now hopes there's a bright future ahead for the relationship and that South Africa will once again be seen as a beacon of economic success on the continent. Paul Barber, SABC News, London.